Last night we saw Giannis go down in the first quarter with a serious ankle injury in a game that Milwaukee would eventually lose after a superstar performance from Kevin Porter Jr. And during this time, an epiphany took hold of me, and I came to the conclusion that if Giannis is to miss some time, which I'm sure he will, being that the injury was so ugly, but it got to me thinking about my Knicks and how it would be something if the Knicks went on a little, let's say, run and wound up with the 3 seed in the Eastern Conference. And what would that mean for not only the franchise as a whole, but the players? Would moving up in the standings give the Knicks an easier road to the second round? Or would the Knicks meet a beast in the first round like the Washington Wizards, who have been on a tear lately, and drop 4 in a heartbreaker? So in this video, I'm going to weigh the options and the scenarios that the Knicks face in this upcoming road trip. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Now, anyone who says they not scared of facing the Knicks in the playoffs is completely lying to you. And the same can be said for a few teams in the lower tier standings in the Eastern Conference playoff picture. Take, for instance, the Miami Heat, a team who's being slept on currently at this time because they are not at the level that they were at last season. And not to mention that everybody think that them reaching the finals was a fluke. We also have the Boston Celtics, and yes, the Washington Wizards, who look like they see the league as a gazelle to a lion. I mean, it's been amazing to watch the backcourt of Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal, who's leading the league in scoring, as I drop this awesome vid that you should smash the like button for, which not only helps with my YouTube algorithm, but also push your boy out there to the people who haven't discovered this content. And no, yeah, if you're new to the channel and you like my work, please punch that subscribe button and let them know who's boss. And don't forget to slap that notification bell because he was next to the original target. Back to the Knicks. The Knicks are now going to be at the beginning of the start to a grueling West Coast trip where we face the Suns, who just beat us, and the Lakers team, who will have a healthy LeBron back. So saying that this is going to be anything but hard would be fool's talk. We also have a bout with the Grizzlies, a team fighting themselves in the lower Western Conference. So expect them to come out swinging bats and chains in order to get the win. And I know I sound like I'm saying the Knicks have no chance with some of these teams, but that's what makes this all the better. Because if you asked me this 6 months ago, I might have said just that. But with how the Knicks have been playing, all is possible. And it feels like the Knicks feel like they can compete with any team in the league. And guess what? Teams feel that way too. So saying they'll fall short will be selling the Knicks short, which we've learned this season is blasphemous. The Knicks currently have the 6th toughest remaining schedule in the league, and in a 9-game span, we face 7 teams who are either solidified in the playoffs or fighting for a spot in the playoffs. So going in with a sense of urgency is critical for the Knicks team, who can fall down as far as 10th in the standing if they're not careful. So now is the time for the Knicks to hit on all cylinders and boost their standings to the 3rd seed if by chance the Bucks fall short, which they may depending on Giannis. There are about 4 teams drooling for that 4th spot in the East, and all of them are tough outs. But if the Knicks move up to the 3rd seed, it's a chance they will face a team like Boston, who the Knicks have beaten once this season and can beat again, giving them a way to the next round in the playoffs. But none of this comes without an effort and hard work, so the Knicks will have to be ready for the task at hand, because it gets tough from here on out, and every game is a playoff game. With that being said, thank you for watching my video, and if you are new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter where I give team updates and rumors all the time and talk a whole lot of Knicks. Until we parlay again, peace.